The tapestry began just as another project. It was never going to be anything special. It was something that I would add to as the mood took me. Unfortunately, it got a grip and I couldn't leave it alone. And it was an absolutely wonderful experience. It features 73 interlocking circles, and each one focuses on one aspect of my life and the times I have lived through. The centre circle is parks, and that's where I started. And then it is surrounded by my mum and dad and my family, husband and children. I was describing other people when the tapestry was supposed to be about me. I had always been a girl who did as I was told. First, my mother used to dictate to me, and then in a much nicer way, of course, as a married woman, my husband and children dictated to me. But there just came that moment when I thought, when will it be my turn? In December 1999, I gave some serious thought to the way I was living my life. And the epiphany for me came on the 31st of December as we said goodbye to the 20th century. After the epiphany, I saw myself with a true worth. I used the pretext that I was living my life for the girl on the wall, but in reality, I'm living my life for me. The girl on the wall is an embroidered picture of me when I was a girl of 11. She represents the other end of the bridge, which is my life. I can remember exactly what I was thinking that day when that school photograph was taken. My life was cut and dried. I would go to work when I left school. I would be married quite early and become a mother. Quite suddenly, in 1984, I became terrified of thunderstorms. And it was only after my husband died, he'd been dead about 18 months, when the penny dropped. I'd been trapped in a smoke-filled room. The bombs had dropped on the streets. The window frames was pretty poor of our old house, and the smoke came into the room. And that experience affected my entire life, inasmuch as my reason for always wanting to please people was that nobody would ever leave me. I just didn't want anybody to leave me. The tapestry made me realise that I had been too soft, by half. I realised that the tapestry wasn't about the family, it was about me. So I progressed to putting in more meaty stuff like battles and wars and atom bombs and the Apollo 11. And eventually it made me realise that my life had gone through a terrific period in history. I was history. People started saying, you ought to write some of this down. And that gave me the confidence to write down what I considered was my life story, and it turned out to be far more interesting than I actually ever realised. I am now confident, much more confident in speaking my mind than I have ever been in my life.